Hi everyone, I'm sitting here on September 1st. It's been a month since the damage in my yard, and I'll give you guys an update on that. The rest of the yard's looking really good. Still growing pretty well here, even though temperatures have dropped into the, they're into the upper 50s, 60s at night, and upper 70s, low 80s during the day. So it's unseasonably cool for us. We got a little bit of early fall here. So an update on what happened. Last video you saw an 18-wheeler tried to make a U-turn here in the cul-de-sac and destroyed part of the yard here. The company sent out a landscaper, a local guy here in the area with a pretty big company who will remain nameless because I don't want to badmouth the guy, but I'm not impressed. He came out, was going to do the repair, was going to come, that was on like a Thursday, Friday, was going to come the following Tuesday. We got about 8 days of rain that happened. So Tuesday he got rained out. He came during the middle of the rainstorm to actually, look at everything. So he was hoping it would be over by Tuesday. It was not. So he bumped to Thursday. Thursday he contacted me and said it was too wet to come do it. So we agreed that he would come on Friday. Friday, I never heard anything from him. I called him multiple times. So unfortunately, the following Monday, I was heading out of town for a week in Chicago, and I contacted the company again and told them that their landscaper did not show up, and that I was going to be gone for the week. They contacted me and informed me that he had called them and had a episode that Friday where he got lightheaded and fainted, and his family took him to the ER, and took his phone. Hey, and I get that completely, health first. So she contacted me a little later and told me that he was out of the hospital, he was fine, he was just dehydrated, they told him, and that he was going to be fine. This was like Tuesday while I was in Chicago. So he contacted me and said, hey man, I'm sorry, I really hate to do this, and so don't want to leave my customers like this, so I'd love to come out and take a look at it and fix it, so at your convenience. And I said, okay, I fly home on Friday. How about you come Friday? And never heard another word from him, and he didn't show up on Friday. So I contacted the company and told them that, that I was just going to take care of it myself and they could pay me. So they gave me the money they were going to give him. But unfortunately, I had lost about 3 weeks at that time, and we're getting to the end of the season, and I did not want to put down sod. So here's what I've done in the meantime. I borrowed a roller from one of my friends, filled it with water, pulled it behind my mower, and like I said, we had a lot of rain, so this area was really saturated. So I went back and forth through here, multiple directions, and completely flattened this as much as I could. And as you can tell, I got a lot of that out of it by just doing that. It still is going to have to be leveled, but I want to just get through the fall at this point because I don't want to do leveling and put down sand and risk it not recovering. This area was the worst, if you saw from the original video. So I rolled and rolled and rolled this. And then I got a set of 50 plugs from zoysiaplug.com, and I plugged this area. I actually plugged it yesterday, and plugged it and then took all the plugs, the dirt plugs out, and crushed them all up as much as I could and got them back into this area. Some of those little balls were just hard clay and I couldn't do much with them, but I got them all in here. As you can tell, there's a bunch of them. There's 50 of them starting up here and running back through. So I'm watering those now in hopes that they will take root and at least provide some coverage here at the end of the season to where in the spring they can take off pretty easily. The plan is to come back in the spring and sand level this area. And in fact, I'm just gonna sand level the whole yard. So in the spring, probably around May actually, I will get film a video and walk you guys through that. I've only done small sections, but I'm gonna try to do a large section of the yard because, like I said, this will have to be repaired. I actually think this is gonna turn out okay. As you can tell, it's a little low over there and a little low here, but some simple sand leveling here, especially if these things take root, and I think I can get them, to come in. I've got some other areas in the yard, like there's an area over here, if I can find it. There's a couple areas that are really low, like there's almost a hole, a dip here. But you can tell some areas are low. But just to show you guys, I did the same thing with those plugs. About 2 months ago, down here by my neighbor's home, there's a low spot that gets really wet, and unfortunately we damaged it. I damaged it with the mower coming through here one time. And so you can tell here I plugged this area, and those have come in really well. And the other area was right there. So those plugs have taken root. They're actually the same color as everything now. They're healthy, they're rooted really well. I will, when I sand level, I'll top dress this area really good, and that should fill in pretty quickly. So for right now, I'm just going the route of doing plugs. So hope your yards are doing well. Mine is still doing good. The only thing I did was I put out some more of the Let's Go 30-0, I think it's 30-0-18 fertilizer. I put that out about 3 weeks ago, and I've just been doing normal watering. So yard's doing well. So we'll tackle that in the spring. And then I'm going to trim some trees in the back to get some shady spots, some more sun, and try to patch those in. I'll film that for you guys in the spring also, because those areas are struggling because they don't have enough shade. I'm tempted to purchase some Xeon sod and put into those areas and just let it grow in with this. I don't really care that it's a thinner blade, but in the back I don't really care as much. So we'll get that filmed up. So anyway, sorry, I know this one's a little more lengthy, but that's where I'm at right now. For right now, I'm just sort of getting it ready so that fall will come around, and I can, get through the fall and winter, and then take care of it when the grass starts coming back up in the spring. But right now, things are still going good, and it's still growing pretty strong. Take care, everyone.